Your body stretches into a 6-mile-long noodle before you even cross the event horizon, and that's only number 7. Look, I know what you're thinking. Black holes? Come on, we've heard this before. But here's the thing. What actually happens inside a black hole is so much stranger, so much more terrifying than most people realize. And I'm not talking about the sci-fi version you see in movies. I'm talking about the real, physics-backed nightmare that would unfold if you actually fell into one. See, when most people think about black holes, they imagine some cosmic vacuum cleaner that just sucks you in. The end. Roll credits. But the reality? It's like something out of a horror movie written by the universe itself. From the moment you get close to one of these things, the laws of physics start playing tricks on you that make absolutely no sense to our everyday experience. In this video, we're embarking on a journey. A one-way trip into the most extreme environment in the universe. We're counting down 7 absolutely terrifying things that would happen to you inside a black hole. And trust me, by the time we get to number 1, you'll understand why black holes are the universe's ultimate do not enter sign. Let's dive in, literally. Number 7. Spaghettification. Alright, number 7. And this is where things get uncomfortable fast. It's called spaghettification. Yeah, that's the actual scientific term. Astronomers have a sense of humor, apparently. Here's what happens. Imagine you're falling feet first toward a black hole. Now your feet are closer to the black hole than your head, right? This means they're experiencing stronger gravity. Not just a little bit stronger, exponentially stronger. The difference in gravitational pull between your head and your feet becomes so extreme that it literally starts pulling you apart. Your body begins to stretch, and stretch, and stretch some more. Scientists estimate that for a stellar mass black hole, that S1 about 10 times the mass of our Sun, you'd be stretched to roughly 6 miles long before you even reached the event horizon. 6 miles long. Your bones would snap like breadsticks. Your muscles would tear like tissue paper. Every cell in your body would be ripped from its neighbors. But here's the truly wild part. You'd probably be conscious for at least some of this. Your brain would still be getting oxygen from your blood for a little while. Long enough to experience the most excruciating pain imaginable as your body is transformed into a human noodle. And remember, this is just number 7. This happens before you even get to the really weird stuff. The good news? If you falling into a supermassive black hole like the one at the center of our galaxy, the stretching would be more gradual. You might actually cross the event horizon before spaghettification kills you, which brings us to number 6. Number 6. The point of nitrogen monoxide return. Number 6 is the event horizon itself. This is the ultimate boundary. The point of no return. And what makes it so terrifying isn't what happens when you cross it. That's what it means. See, the event horizon isn't a physical surface. There's no wall, no barrier, no sign that says turn back now. It's just a line in space. But once you cross it, the geometry of spacetime itself gets so warped that every direction you can move points toward the center of the black hole. Let me say that again. Every direction points inward, up, that leads to the singularity. Down, singularity. Left, right, forward, backward. Singularity, 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 singularity. Even time itself becomes a direction pointing inward. Escaping the black hole becomes just as impossible as traveling backward in time, but here's what really messes with your head. From your perspective, crossing the event horizon might feel completely normal. You wouldn't notice anything special about that exact moment. No flash of light, no sensation of crossing a threshold. You just keep falling, and falling, and falling. Meanwhile, to anyone watching you from outside the black hole, you'd appear to slow down as you approach the event horizon. You'd get dimmer and redder until you eventually just froze. Frozen in time like a cosmic photograph. They'd never actually see you cross the event horizon. To them, you'd be stuck there forever, gradually fading from view, but you keep falling. Which brings us to number 5. Number 5, time dilation chaos. Number 5 is where your brain really starts to hurt. Time dilation on steroids. Einstein taught us that time isn't constant. It flows at different rates depending on gravity and speed. Near a black hole, this effect goes absolutely bonkers. As you fall deeper, time for you keeps ticking at what feels like a normal rate. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But outside the black hole, centuries are passing, then millennia, then millions of years. Imagine this, you fall into a black hole, and it takes you, from your perspective, about 10 seconds to reach the singularity. But during those 10 seconds, the entire universe outside ages and dies. Stars burn out, galaxies collide and merge. The universe expands into cold, dark nothingness. All of cosmic history, played out in fast forward, happens in the outside world while you experience just a few seconds. You'd literally be traveling to the end of time. And if you could somehow look back out at the universe, which you can't, because light can't escape, you see the entire future history of the cosmos, playing out like a movie on fast forward. Every moment that will ever happen compressed into your final seconds. It's the ultimate cosmic isolation. You're not just separated from the rest of the universe by distance. You're separated by time itself. Number 4. The photon sphere illusion. Number 4 gets trippy, really trippy. Just outside the event horizon, there's a region called the photon sphere. This is where gravity is so strong that light itself can orbit the black hole. And if you somehow found yourself in this region, maybe you reusing a really powerful rocket to hover there, you'd see something absolutely mind-bending. You could see the back of your own head. I'm not kidding. Light from the back of your head would curve around the black hole and arrive at your eyes from the front. You'd see infinite copies of yourself arranged in a circle around the black hole. Some versions of you would look normal. Others would be distorted, stretched, compressed. Now imagine trying to navigate in this space. Every direction you look, you see distorted, funhouse mirror versions of reality. The stars would appear in multiple places at once. The black hole itself would dominate your vision. A massive circle of absolute darkness surrounded by a ring of light. That's all the light from the universe behind it, bent around its edge. It would be beautiful and absolutely disorienting at the same time. Your brain, evolved to understand light traveling in straight lines, would struggle to make sense of what you're seeing. Number 3. Radiation hell. Number 3 is something most people don't think about: radiation. Specifically, the absolutely insane amount of radiation near a black hole. See, black holes don't just sit there peacefully in space. They're messy eaters. As matter falls toward a black hole, it forms what's called an accretion disk, a swirling disk of gas, dust, and debris orbiting at a significant fraction of the speed of light. The friction in this disk heats it to millions of degrees. And when you heat something to millions of degrees, it doesn't just glow, it screams. High-energy X-rays and gamma rays pour out of the accretion disk. The radiation is so intense that if you got anywhere near an actively feeding black hole, you'd be cooked. Not metaphorically, literally cooked. Every cell in your body would be blasted with enough radiation to destroy your DNA thousands of times over. But wait, it gets worse. There's also something called Hawking radiation. Stephen Hawking discovered that black holes actually emit radiation due to quantum effects at the event horizon. For large black holes, this radiation is negligible. But for smaller black holes, it would be intense enough to vaporize anything nearby, so you're not just being stretched and crushed. You're being bombarded with lethal radiation from every direction. Your body would be simultaneously pulled apart and burned to a crisp. Pleasant, right? Number 2. The firewall paradox. Number 2 is controversial because physicists aren't even sure if it's real, but if it is, it might be the most terrifying thing on this list. It's called the black hole firewall. Here's the problem. According to quantum mechanics, information can't be destroyed. But according to general relativity, anything that falls into a black hole is gone forever. These two fundamental theories of physics contradict each other. Some physicists have proposed a solution, the firewall hypothesis. The idea is that at the event horizon, there might be a wall of high-energy particles. A literal wall of fire created by quantum effects. And if this firewall exists, you wouldn't gently cross the event horizon as we described earlier. You'd hit a wall of infinitely hot quantum fire and be instantly incinerated, vaporized, destroyed, at the atomic level before you even got close to the singularity. The creepy part? We don't know if the firewall is real. It might be. It might not be. Black holes might have this cosmic security system that destroys anything trying to enter, or they might not. We won't know until we develop a theory of quantum gravity. So falling into a black hole might be a journey into the unknown. Or it might be instant annihilation. Flip a coin. Number 1. Singularity. And now, number 1. The thing that makes all the other stuff on this list look tame. The singularity. This is the center of the black hole. The point where all the mass is concentrated. And when I say point, I mean an actual point, zero size, infinite density. Every law of physics we know breaks down here. Completely. What happens at the singularity? Honestly, we have no idea. Our equations literally spit out infinities and nonsense when we try to describe them. It's the edge of human knowledge, the place where physics gives up and says, I got nothing. Some physicists think you'd be crushed to infinite density. Every atom in your body is compressed into an infinitely small point. Others think spacetime itself might be so warped that concepts like crushing don't even apply anymore. Maybe you'd be torn apart at the quantum level. Maybe you de-experience something we can't even imagine because we don't have the physics to describe it. And here's the really unsettling part, there might be other universes inside black holes. Some theories suggest that the singularity could be a gateway to another spacetime, another reality entirely. You'd be crushed and destroyed in this universe, but maybe, just maybe, your atoms would emerge somewhere else in some other cosmos. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just the end. The ultimate end. A point where you and everything you were ceases to exist in any meaningful way. We're talking about a place where time and space trade roles. Where the future is a direction in space rather than time. Where causality breaks down. Where the very fabric of reality is twisted into something unrecognizable. So there you have it. 7 terrifying things that happen inside a black hole. From being stretched into a cosmic noodle, to crossing the point of no return, to experiencing all of future time in seconds, to possibly hitting a quantum firewall, to finally reaching a point where physics itself surrenders. Black holes are the universe's ultimate mystery. They're the places where everything we know breaks down. And maybe that's what makes them so fascinating. They represent the boundaries of human understanding, the edge of what's knowable. The good news? The nearest black hole to Earth is about 1,000 light-years away, so you're safe, for now. But here's a thought to leave you with. There are probably millions of black holes in our galaxy alone, hundreds of millions in the observable universe. And every single one of them is a place where the normal rules don't apply, where physics goes haywire, where reality itself becomes something else. What do you think happens at the singularity? Is there really a firewall? Could black holes be gateways to other universes? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read them all, and some of you have absolutely wild ideas that I love. And if you want to explore more cosmic mysteries like this, hit that subscribe button. We're diving into the strangest, most mind-bending corners of the universe every single week. Thanks for watching. And whatever you do, don't fall into a black hole.